Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Raw Radiant Health. I'm Natasha and thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm going to continue from yesterday's episode. Yesterday's episode I showed you guys how to open up a young coconut. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out, because today I'm going to show you how to use the water inside the young coconut to make coconut water kefir, and how to use the meat to make a yogurt. So it's all going to be yum. This stuff is packed with probiotics. And I just want to mention right now is that I'm going to show you different options on how to make the kefir and also the yogurt, because anyone can do it. I'm going to show you how to do it with kefir grains, or with the probiotic supplement, or even with nothing at all. So there's no reason for anyone not to try this out. And I just want to talk also just briefly about the benefits of probiotics. I think most people know nowadays that probiotics are really, really important. Probiotics help to build the good bacteria in your gut. Pretty much we've got bad bacteria in our gut and we've got good bacteria. Nowadays, because of all the medications people have been taking, vaccines, chemicals in the water, the chlorine, all sorts of stuff, over-the-counter drugs, everything. All of that has been wiping out our good flora in our intestine, and therefore there's like an imbalance of bad bacteria in our intestine, and therefore our immune systems are weakened. We're not assimilating the nutrients that is coming through our food, everything. It's like your whole ecosystem within your body is off balance. And so in order to really get like the most out of the nutrients that you're eating, you've got to have like a healthy amount of like good gut flora. And how you get that is through probiotics. So pretty much I believe the best way and the most potent probiotics are actually from cultured food, and that's fermented food. Second best option is taking a probiotic supplement. But I just want to make sure that people know that you know, not every probiotic supplement is made the same, and they're supposed to be living, so they have to be in the refrigerator. If you're buying a supplement that's cheap and that's been sitting on the shelves in a health food store or a pharmacy, in a warm environment, the probiotics are actually dead. And also, you never know too with transportation of probiotics, like you don't know that even though you're buying, like you're spending all this money on a really nice probiotic that's in the refrigerator of a health food store and is recommended to you, you never know how it was transported, and if it was transported in a cooled environment, because if it was transported in a hot environment, the probiotics are dead as well. Also, one more thing is, a lot of times when probiotics are brought up in conversation, people are like, oh yeah, I take my yogurt, it says it's got its probiotics on it. I'm buying this really expensive dairy product that, you know, advertises that it is pure probiotics. And even nowadays, they're even like advertising on frozen yogurt that there's probiotics in it. I just want you to know that if this product is a pasteurized product, which most of them are, and if you're unsure, just go and look on the label of this. Any of these products, any yogurt, any frozen yogurt that claims that it has active probiotics, and if it's pasteurized, which means the product has actually been heated, there are no living probiotics in there. It is not going to help you. So it could work on a placebo effect, but you're not getting the bang for the buck. So I'm going to show you how to actually do this at home, which is super cheap. It tastes great, and you will notice, like even within just a few days of like having like coconut water kefir, you will notice it like even in your skin. The texture of your skin will become softer. All sorts of stuff. Like this stuff is fabulous. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the coconut water kefir. Now, the minimum amount of ingredients you need to do the coconut water kefir is just the coconut water. If that's all you have, great. Then just put the coconut water in a glass jar and put a lid on it and put it somewhere where there's no direct sunlight and in a relatively warm place. Do not put it in the refrigerator. And you'll just let it sit there for, I would say, 24 to 48 hours for it to ferment. How you'll know if it ferments is you can actually put it up to your ear. You'll hear like a breathing kind of noise. And that, or you can just pour a little bit in a glass and try it out. It should actually taste a little bit bubbly. And you'll know it's fermented. It'll have a very strong smell to it as well. Once it's fermented, after 24 to 48 hours, you then put it in the refrigerator. And it can keep for, I would say, about a week. I would suggest too, you start off drinking maybe 1/4 cup a day to 1/2 cup a day, and you can work your way up. And drink it on an empty stomach. Okay, so the second option is if you have a probiotic. If you've got a probiotic, which I've got right here to show you, all you have to do is open it up, put it in your coconut water, and stir it up. You would do the same thing as before. You would just stir it up, then you'd put a lid on it, and you'd store it. Now, the third option is my favorite, and that is the actual kefir grains. All you need then is coconut water, and you would just put it in the coconut water, put a lid on it, store the jar in a dark, warm place. Okay, so that's how you make the coconut kefir. So easy. And if you want to buy kefir grains, you can buy it through the Body Ecology Diet through Donna Gates. I will post her website on today's post. Okay, on to the yogurt. All you'll need is the meat of the coconut, which you're going to put in a blender. And then some water, which you're going to pour into the blender. I would start off with maybe 1/4 cup of water, and if you need to add more, you will. So for the coconut yogurt, all you'll need is the blended up meat that's been blended with water. I would start blending like the meat of 1 coconut with about 1/4 cup of water, and if you want it more liquefied, then you'd put more water in. If you want to keep it kind of thick, then you'd keep it at 1/4 cup. You blend it until it's smooth, and then either you can put a lid on the jar and store it again in a dark, warm place and let it ferment for 24 to 48 hours. Or if you've got a probiotic, you can put the probiotic into the mixture and stir it up. Once it's stirred up, you do the same thing again. You'd put a lid on it and you'd store it again in a dark, warm place. If you've got the kefir grains, you can put it in a cheesecloth and just wrap it up and put it inside the yogurt and have it kind of covered by the yogurt. And then you put a lid on it and store it for 24 hours. So I do hope that you try this out. Pretty much you can use like the kefir water I just drink as is, or you can mix it even with like a little bit of lemon, or you can sweeten it with a little bit of stevia or honey, or I mean you can blend it up in your smoothie, anything you want. And the same goes with yogurt. I mean, it's great as is, or you can use it in a smoothie, or you can even use it in a salad dressing, whatever you like. But do get into this and do experiment, because it's a lot of fun and it's super, super good for you. So I'm wishing you guys a fabulous day. I hope you try this out and let me know.